Hey folks, Lindsey Huddleston back at it again in the gym, Eastern High School at the Don Johnson Fieldhouse in the final week of the Eastern Quaker Basketball Summer League. Sitting here with Coach Josh Lance from Ovid-Elsie. They were getting ready to wrap up. They're getting ready to wrap up things today. And also senior Mr. Shayne Loynes coming to talk. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Good. No, I'm glad you're here. We talked a little bit offline. You're in your 8th season right now?
Yep.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I mean, 8 seasons in high school basketball is pretty good to be able to stay somewhere and be there. What's that been like?
I mean, it's been a great experience, tremendous buy-in from our community and our kids. Like I said, I was talking about earlier, I took over, we weren't very good, and we've continuously built, and then, the last 2 years we've been lucky enough to win conference championships and a district championship, so we're going to continue to try to do that, every year. That's our expectation, and that's just like I was talking to Shayne about earlier, and some of our seniors. That's what we're expecting every year and every day.
So you were being there for 8 seasons. You've seen guys come and go, and you got a young man right here in Shayne. I'm just meeting him. Seems to be a positive young man. Seems to be real active. What does Shayne represent as it relates to your program, being a senior, and what would you like to see more people do that Shayne does?
I mean, he embodies what we expect as far as commitment and dedication. You won't find anybody in the gym more than he is. Every day, hours upon hours, doing the same things, fundamentals over and over and over, and and he does a good job working with our little kids and being a positive role model to them. 3-sport athlete, you can't ask for much more out of those, our kids, especially in a small school like that. Just does a great job overall for us. And forget the athletic part, the 4.0 type of student, and just a good kid.
Shayne, you hear your coach talking about you right there?
Oh, it's nice after what we just happened on the court over there. So.
That's okay. Well, good deeds help that.
Yeah.
Well, here's some great things about you. So what is it like being a senior, being a leader to your teammates, and just trying to wrap up this final year? What are things like for you right now?
I mean, it's just a handful right now because you got a bunch of. I played on the 2 championship teams, so I came up as a sophomore. So I've won championships and I played with good players. And I guess it's kind of it's a new beast, I guess you would say, because I've never really been a true leader yet, and I guess I'm learning as I go because as we played and as we just happened, like I have to be a better leader just in general, and me and a couple of our other captains, we just have to be better because we're so unexperienced right now.
Right.
And like he touched on it earlier, like I mean I get in the gym a lot, but I don't really bring a lot of people with me, Like I go in there and I get my stuff in, but I don't bring I got to bring more people with me. So what's one player good when it's a 5-player game? You know what I mean? So.
Well, Coach, it sounds like he's going through the maturation process. He's having that growth. He has the work ethic, and now it's like, how can I bring others? What do you think of when you hear him say that?
Oh, he's 100% right, and and I think we've got guys that are there. They just have to have sometimes that little extra push, especially when we're talking younger guys who might feel. A little intimidated going in the gym with older guys. We want them to feel comfortable and welcome to bring them in and continue to raise the bar.
Yeah, you hope they will always look to do that going forward. On that same point, Coach, when you talk about having success in the program and the culture change, and this is kind of probably the toughest question I pose to my coaches out here. How tough is it to manage expectations for the greater community when you've had success already?
Oh, yeah, it's another thing we were just talking about. When you start winning, it's an expectation to win, and it's a whole different ball game as far as, people might be frustrated with other things early on because you're not winning, and then when you start winning, it's a whole nother politics about we should be even better and this and that.
Right.
It's a positive pressure to have because you're winning. But we still want to do it the right way and make sure we're playing the right way and not worrying all about the outside stuff and just worrying about what we can do to get better. And
I really like that. I want to stay on that before I go to Shayne. Shayne, I want to get you really quick, but to that point, Coach Latz, you said a word that people say the politics or, managing those expectations. And how is it when you have success, and before you had that success, the gym was empty, but now your phone is blowing up. How do you navigate that little space, especially for other coaches who kind of get that happening too?
I guess I just stay true to myself and stay true to what we did to, as a program to get to where we are and continue to stick with those morals and those pillars kind of what we've done to get to where we are and stick with those. And if people understand that's the way it's going to be, and I'm going to stick to what we've done, to be successful. And then I think, over time, it becomes embodied in everybody, hopefully, in the
everyone's
community.
a part of that. Yeah, that's
right.
a championship culture. So before we go, Shayne, I want to get and see if you got any final comments, and I'll let your coach finish up. But you're a senior now. What do you want to say to your classmates, to your friends, your teammates, your family, to the Ovid-Elsie faithful? What do you want to share with them?
Just know that this is a work in progress at this point. I mean, compared to the other years, especially growing up with a bunch of the guys that just graduated, we're a young group at this point. I mean, our experience level is pretty low, but with time, I think we could be a really competing basketball team. I mean, there's teams like PW and all those big schools that constantly compete for championships, and right now I don't feel like our guys have the confidence level quite built up yet. But with time, I think with time in the gym and constant encouragement, I think we're going to be there. We're going to be a competing team. Just enjoy. We got a lot of hard-working guys. So
very well put, Shayne. Coach, anything as you sign off?
I think that's about right where we are.
Yeah.
So we'll just continue to every day pound the stone.
That's good. Well, I appreciate it. We got Coach Josh Lance here representing Ovid-Elsie, and senior Shayne Loynes, a nice young man representing well. I know you're proud of him and what they're doing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Shayne. Good luck, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.